Hi folks, now we're going to do experiment number 2 with the Solomon rack, and this time we're doing this with a fairly thin 1/2 to 3/4 inch piece of steak, and I want to show you how this is set. I'm using the existing Nuwave Mini Oven rack to set the Solomon rack on top of, which kind of hard to see here. I know it's a little confusing, but it raises the elevation of the rack up another 1/2 inch. I've got the original rack on the bottom set at the lowest setting, which I think is about 1/2 inch from the bottom. So now we've got about 2 inches of elevation, including the Solomon rack on this piece of meat here. And then we're going to put the top on, and let's go to work here and see how it turns out. Okay folks, I've set this initially up at 8 minutes on a side. I'm guessing at this. It may be 10. This is a fresh piece of meat. It's not frozen. The distance between the meat and the heating element itself is maybe 1.5 to 2 inches. So let's take a look at this after it's 7 minutes, or rather 8 minutes, and see how browning's coming along. Alright folks, here we are after 8 minutes on side number 1, and you'll notice that it is browning very nicely. Alright, I just turned it over and restarted it at another 8 minutes on side number 2. And I'm going to keep it at that 8 minutes. It may not be quite enough. I like my steaks medium pink to red. So let's see how it comes out after 8 minutes on a side, and then we'll advise as to whether or not you want to cook it any longer and give you a good idea how well it browns. Well, here we are folks. It's been 8 minutes, and this is side number 2, and it's beautifully browned. And we're going to stick this on a plate and cut into it and find out if I overcooked it or if it's cooked just right, and I'll let you know in just a second. Well folks, here you are. Now in my opinion, this is cooked just perfectly. It's pinkish red. It's got a nice crust on the outside of it. Let's taste it and see how it tastes. Yep, just delicious folks. That's the way I like it. Now you may like to cook it a little bit longer or less, but there's an 8 minute 3/4 inch steak that came out perfectly on the Nuwave Mini Oven using the Solomon elevator grill, and I'm going to have my dinner. Folks, this rack is all you need to brown meat perfectly on your Nuwave Mini Oven.